faces, smiling faces sometimes. Hi everyone, welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. You guys know I love to use music um, as a metaphor and illustrations and all of that, right? So I hope everyone is doing well, and you guys are probably looking forward to that eclipse that should be here about now. Um, but anyway, it's Monday. Happy Monday. I hope everyone is doing well. And I'm here today to talk to you. That song that was playing is called Smiling Faces, and that's the topic of discussion. Excuse me, guys. This is hay fever and sinus season, I think, because my sinuses is bothering me a little bit today. But in any event, I'm here, and I hope you all are doing well. The name, as I said before, Smiling Faces is the name of this topic. And I want to start by saying, as you make a decision to heal toxicity, grief, trauma, depression, and negativity out of your life, and you start to get serious on this journey of healing, not everyone is going to be happy for you as you start to persevere and make progress. And some people will smile in your face and tell you how proud they are of you and etc. and so forth. But in reality, they're not happy for you at all. Some people will be. Don't get me wrong in this message. Some people will be happy for you and want to see you win, want to see you grow, evolve, and be successful. But there are others who have this envy, this jealousy, and they don't want to see you win. And what I have learned to do and my own personal experiences with that is to zoom in on those uh, individuals who are being fake because you can see it. What I do is use my intuition to see through what how they really feel, because people will say things, and if for me, I pay closely attention to the words, the behavior of people when you tell them something. Like I used to, I don't do much anymore. I keep my personal business to myself. But when I used to, share good news about some good things happening in my life with other people, the body language, the words is one thing. They're saying they're happy, but the body language, or they make some kind of sarcastic remark. I pay very closely attention to that. And what I do today, the lessons I was supposed to learn, is to keep my personal business to myself and not let everyone know what I'm doing, because it's not everybody's business what I got going on, because not everyone is happy. And not only that, some people try to sabotage what you have going on if they know about it ahead of time. And if you share too much, they're in the background trying to sabotage everything you have going on. Not everyone who come into your life or who may be a part of your life have good intentions for you. And sometimes you see that right away and other times you don't. Some people will smile in your face while having negative intentions toward you because they don't want to see you win. And I used to have a problem with that, and you know, talk to God a lot. Like I have a close relationship with God. I'm always in prayer. Why do people do this? Because I say I work very hard with certain things that I've accomplished in my life, and just moving forward. And none of it has been easy. And the same people who sit in a space of envy and jealousy, they can do the work too. And sometimes what I learned on this path called life is some people are too fixated in my personal business as to what I have going on. And while they're doing that, everything around them in their own life is falling apart. because they're not, because they're neglecting their own situation and things that's going on in their life that they should be trying to heal and trying to, excuse me, grow and do better. But they're so fixated with what I have going on because they don't want to see me win. They want to see me to stay in a place of depression, trauma, grief, and being broken down, busted, and disgusted. But that's not where God want me, and that's not where I want me. That's why I work so hard to persevere, fight through, crawl, chew through these things, and keep going and going and going with the help of God. And what I also do, because I'm not perfect and I don't see all the deceptions and things that people are trying to do, I ask God, if I can't see what's going on and it's not for my highest good, just block it, remove it from my life. Believe me, when I see it, I'm going to cut off, block, and delete with no problem. But sometimes I don't see everything. So what I've been doing in prayer is asking God, because God sees it all. He knows people's true intentions. Cut off, block, and delete for me. And that's the message, because everyone, we have to be careful as to whom we allow into our life, because we could have people around us and we could be sharing information with them that we are serious about healing this grief, depression, and we may have a goals list and things, maybe starting therapy and starting some other things. And as we get on this path and we continue to persevere through all the challenges that comes with trying to heal, and we talk about it, sometimes we could be talking to family members. We could be talking to, people who we consider friends or coworkers or whatever it is. And all I'm saying in my personal experiences, because all I can do is share my personal experiences with this, is that people will smile in my face, and I find out that these people are not really happy for me. They're behind the scenes hoping that I fail. They don't want to see me win, don't want to see me get better, don't want to see me just grow and evolve. So when I talk about cutting off, blocking, and delete, I had to do that as well, because I started to see, what this was, and just little comments. And also pay attention when someone shakes your hand. And if they shaking your hand like this, let it's not a good thing. People can tell you through body language how they feel about you, about you and about your growth and about your getting on a path to heal and do things to better your life. Not everyone is happy about that. They're not going to come out and say they're not happy about it, but they're going to show it in certain, maybe comments, maybe body language. In the past, I used to share so much, oh, this happened. And I used to be so excited, like a kid in a candy store or a toy store, right? And I'm sharing. And then I started to ask God about this, because, like I said, everything in life is people and situations come into our life for a reason, a season, a lifetime, or a lesson. And I had to learn lessons, and it was very hard because I kept repeating them. No, that person wouldn't feel that way. No, he or she wouldn't feel like that, because that's my buddy, that's my friend, and they've been given advice and they've been here for the duration, etc. But those people were there just to be nosy, to see what I got going on so that they can sabotage it. And once I started seeing evidence of that, I used to ball up in a corner and cry about it. But why? I never did anything to A, B, C, and D. Why would they feel that way? Because they know that if I'm growing and evolving, I have their back too. I'm going to help them. But it's not about that. Some people just don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you succeed or win. They are invested in seeing you stay in a place of depression, sadness, busted, broken down, and disgusted. But God doesn't want me in that place. God doesn't want any of us in that place. And this is why I had to learn how to turn to God and not rely on people. because God will always have my back if I move forward and I continue to trust in Him and persevere through all these things that I've been going through, and as I continue to take a step forward, like I talk about people, then God take two steps forward because He see that I'm putting in the effort. And as you put in the effort too, and you ask God to be there to help you, He will help you as well. I don't put my trust in people anymore the way that I used to. Not that I don't um, like people or anything like that, but I look at what's going on. I'm very aware of my surroundings and who I have in my life, to see if these people really care about me, and many of them didn't. They just wanted to be there for selfish reasons. So I had to cut off, block, and delete and trust God. And, it's like, okay, we're gonna, and then as I did that, what I start to notice is that, process of elimination, there was really no one there but God. But I had to learn that I had to put my trust in God, because God is the same yesterday, today, tomorrow, always have my back. As long as I move forward and I put forth the effort and trust Him, He has my back. And I had a lot of, like that song, Smiling Faces, I had a lot of people around me with that, and then I had proof, irrefutable proof that these people didn't want to see me win. Some of them were actually behind the scene trying to make sure I failed, and that's when I started giving this to God, giving all that negativity to God, because now God got it. God gonna make sure, as long as I keep moving forward, that I'm gonna win. Because if God is for you, people, who can be against you? It doesn't matter who's against you if God got your back, because they're never gonna win against God, you know. And I just keep moving. At first, I used to cry about it and be in my feelings and emotions, and then, but it was a lesson for me to learn. And I had to learn that lessons, will come back around if I don't learn them. And the next lesson that will spin again is going to be worse and worse. And I didn't want that. So I wanted to learn these lessons quickly. And I asked God to help me to use my intuition, to see, to listen to my intuition as well. We all have it, whether we are men or women. We have an intuition. And when something is quite not right, we get that feeling within us to tell us, it's like a fire siren going off, letting us know that there's something wrong, there's something quite not right. We have to listen to that, because if you don't listen to that, you could be led into some kind of negative situation that you don't want and need, that you could detour if you listen to your intuition. So I listen to my intuition about things now, and when someone said something, I may ask the person what they meant or whatever. But if something keeps reoccurring that feels uncomfortable, the situation, whatever it is, then I'm ready to pull back, block, cut off, and delete. And it doesn't matter what kind of situation it is, if it looks like a duck, it's quacking like a duck, it's the color of a duck, it's walking like a duck, I'm not going to call it a dog, it's a duck, and see it for what it is. Because now at this point, the mask has fallen off. I have seen this for what it is. And then I'm not going to keep negativity around me or in my life, because it's going to stagnate me, my growth, and slow me down. And that means that I can't stay on this path to heal. So anything that is going to be an obstruction for me to stay on a path to heal and to self-care and to self-love, I have to remove it. And it doesn't matter how loud someone may yell and scream about this. I hear the noise, but I'm unbothered by it, because it's now time for me to self-care, to take care of me. I've been subservient so many years, and I can't even count how many years I've been subservient to other people and situations. But what I was doing and what I had to do is God had to sit me down and show me that I was neglecting me. Everything around myself and me was falling apart, because I was being subservient to other people and not taking care of myself. And now I have learned the lesson, and I still stay in a space of healing. People, it's important that you build yourself up and that you heal. You heal the things that make you feel broken down inside, because as you start to heal these things, one of the things I always tell people is to start with therapy, because then that's just the starting point. And then as you go along, everything else starts to fall into place. And it's important to have me time every day of your life, no matter how busy your schedule is, to take time out to be by yourself, to pamper yourself. Because as you do that, you're self-caring. You're giving yourself the self-care, and you're nurturing that inner child that may be scared or broken or traumatized. And then as you continue to self-care, you learn to self-love. No one can take self-love away from you. No one can stop you from loving you. Once you get there, you don't care about how anybody else feel about that. I tell people it's important to love yourself, because if you don't love you, how do you expect anybody else to love you? How do you expect to give love to someone else if you don't love you? It's important. And some people will say they love themselves, but they don't like being alone sometimes. It's okay to be alone. I enjoy my alone time because it's helping me to love me and to learn more about me. And then, I can give to other people. And it's just when you love you don't have time for the negativity, the toxicity that other people got going on, because I'm busy taking care of me. Because if I get wrapped up in that, then everything I've worked hard on with myself will fall apart. That's not happening. I'm not doing that. And I hear the noise, but I'm unbothered by it because I am building me up. I've been there. I learned the lesson. When you learn lessons, you don't have to repeat them because you've learned it and you move on to something else, you know? And please, people, take care of yourself, do things that uplift yourself within the me time. If you want to sit and have a glass of wine, you want to take a bubble bath, things that uplift your spirit, music for me as well. Music, listening to videos, watching funny comedy shows, just building up myself, because there's a lot of negativity in this world we live in today. And it's important that we take care of ourselves. And it's not being selfish, because if you're not okay, you can't take care of yourself or anything else around you. So it's important. And it's important as you start to do that and you get serious about it. Some people don't like it, and they try to interfere and throw a monkey wrench in it. And when I see that, and then I will address it, establish boundaries. And when they hop over these boundaries and disrespect and be dismissive, I cut off, block, and delete. And when I do that, I don't reconcile, because that means at that point I have done everything I could to, stress the fact that I've set boundaries. It means that they don't care about it. And I care about myself enough to cut off, block, and delete. So it's important for us to listen to our intuition and, and set boundaries in our life, especially when we get on this path to heal the grief, trauma, and depression that we have in our life. That is the message today. Please subscribe to the channel, because I can't ever promise what time I'm going to be on here. You'll always get a notification if you subscribe to let you know when I'm on live. And please, people, keep sharing these videos with other people, because not everyone is willing to talk about their pain and grief, but they can come on here. This is a no judgment zone, and they can hear the message. And perhaps what I'm talking about will resonate with some of these people who may be going through exactly what I'm talking about. That's the message for today. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you again tomorrow. And you guys have a great day. Remember to love yourself, take care of you. You are just as important as the next person. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.